All right, we're here with Eddie Johnson, Lontalius. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's good. So congratulations on your set. I caught part of it, the beginning and the end, and then there was other things going on in between that I was running back and forth. I was curious, because of the type of music that you do, how do you feel performing it in an environment like that?
It's interesting, you know, when you can hear the other stage going on when you're trying to, do quiet little songs, but it's good, and I'm learning as well. I don't usually play shows like this, so it's good.
And what kind of things do you have to learn in order to kind of thrive in this environment?
I don't know, I find it really interesting because with my other project, Race Banyan, it's, when I'm DJing, it's like you read off of the crowd. You see if they're dancing, then you're playing well. If they're not dancing, then you're terrible. Whereas, when you're just singing songs, it's a lot harder to tell because you don't really want them to dance if they're not dancing the songs.
Now, one of the first things I noticed when you took the stage, you and your two cohorts there, the dress code.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, we just had a practice, and by chance we were wearing all stripes, so we decided we would do it on the day as well.
Oh, so this is the first time this has happened? Yeah. I thought maybe you had to kind of join it. You all went shopping together.
No, that would be fun.
All right. And am I correct? You covered an Anika Moa song during your set?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Which one was it?
It was Dreams. Oh, Dreams in My Head. Yeah.
Ah, that's a good one. Well, how come you decided on that one?
I don't know. I figured I like covering songs, and I figured I would cover a New Zealand song because it's a New Zealand show, and I love Anika Moa, so did it.
Fair enough. And did you catch any of Nadia Reed's? She was on just before you.
Yeah, I did catch her. I love her.
Yeah,
really amazing.
Do you get a chance to kind of mingle with the other artists when you're doing something like this?
Yeah, I totally can. I've been thinking in my head like who I want to talk to. I don't know.
Anybody in particular?
I'd like to meet Shamir. I like him. I'm not sure. Small talk with anyone is good, right?
Right. And so you have an album coming out.
Yeah.
It's recorded now. What can you tell me? You recorded it in Bristol, is that right?
Yeah, I recorded a lot in New Zealand, just in my bedroom, and some up here in Auckland, and then I went over to Bristol to finish it with this guy called Ali Chant, who he worked on some Perfume Genius albums, which I really liked. That was kind of what drew me to him. It's it's all finished and done, and it's cool.
So what was the experience like of putting it together? Is it weird putting an album together kind of alone in your bedroom?
Yeah, it is weird. And I found in 2016 people can kind of debate whether the album is as relevant as it used to be. But for me it was I'm just kind of rounding out all of my influences from my teenage years and everything that I've learned and just kind of putting it in this one little piece, which has been a really interesting experience.
Well, you've been making music since you were about 13.
Yeah.
And you just had a birthday, is that right?
Yeah, I just turned 19.
19. So, obviously you go through a lot of changes between 13 and 19.
Yeah.
How does that affect the music?
I started writing lyrics about real things. When I was 13, I was just basically random sentences that made sense, if maybe not. Yeah, so that's been a big thing, and the more I age, the more music comes into my system, and it changes the way that I make music.
So you mentioned that you kind of assimilated a lot of this music along the way. What is some of that music that you've been listening to?
Well, for the past 4 or 5 years, it's been discovering R&B and electronic music, whereas I grew up on guitar bands and what my dad listened to. So that's been the most interesting thing about doing the album, is that it's I'm playing guitars and it's very rooted in the guitar world, but it's also I mostly listen to R&B artists and pop songs and
Was there something that made you make that change from listening to, I assume it might have even been classic rock, to what you're listening to now?
I'm not sure. I still love the stuff that I grew up on, but it's as a teenager you wanna go away from what your parents listened to, so I guess that was part of it. But I think the most interesting music in the world being made right now is rap music and pop music, and yeah.
Okay, so the album is coming out when?
It's in March 25th, I believe.
And what is the plan? Are you going on tour, or?
I'm not sure. I mean, I definitely will be going overseas again, but you know, just kind of want to wait and see who's interested, see if people like it. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking time to talk to me.
Thank you.
Judge, I assume you enjoyed. You think it went over well at Laneway?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good experience. I mean, we're still quite young as a live band, so it's been good learning and getting more shows done. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, thanks.